Welcome to Chandana Max channel. Enter Max to be first chapter circles. Relative position of two circles. Common tangent. If a line L touches both the circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0, then L is called common tangent to the given circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. So, if a line L equal to 0, if a line L equal to 0 touches both the circles at a time, then L is called common tangent. This line L is called common tangent to the circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. Next one, touching circles. If two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0 meet at one and only one point, at one and only one point, P, then those two circles are said to be touches or touching circles at P. If two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0 meet at only one point P, then those two circles are said to be touching circles at P or here Q. The point P is called the common point. P or Q. Is called point of contact of the circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. If these two circles touch each other at only one point, then those two circles are called touching circles, and this common point is called point of contact. Next one, relative position of two circles. Relative position means different positions of two circles. Let C1 and C2 be the centers and R1, R2 be the radii of two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. For two circles S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0, centers are C1 and C2, radii are R1 and R2. If C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2. C1, C2 is the distance between the two centers is greater than C1, C2 distance is greater than R1 plus R2. Then the two circles do not intersect, and one circle will be away from the other circle. From the other means second circle. So, if C1, C2 greater than R1 plus R2, then the relative position is two circles do not intersect and one circle is away from the second circle. Next relative position. If C1, C2 equal to R1 plus R2. C1, C2 means distance between the two centers of the two circles. C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. Then the two circles touch each other. Externally means outside. If C1, C2 equal to modulus of R1 minus R2. So there are two types of touchings. One is external touching, second one is internal touching of the two circles. If C1, C2 equal to R1 plus R2 means addition of two radii, then two circles touch each other externally. If C1, C2 equal to modulus of R1 minus R2, that is the distance between two circles is equal to difference of the radii of the two circles. If C1, C2 equal to modulus of R1 minus R2, then the two circles touch each other internally. If C1, C2 equal to modulus of R1 minus R2, then two circles touch each other internally. Next, third position. If modulus of R1 minus R2 is less than C1, C2 is less than R1 plus R2, that is distance between the centers is lies between modulus of R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, that is C1, C2 is greater than R1 minus R2 modulus and C1, C2 is less than R1 plus R2, then the two circles intersect each other. Intersect each other in two different points. In two different points. If C1, C2 is less than modulus of R1 minus R2, if the distance between the centers is less than modulus of R1 minus R2, then the two circles do not intersect. or touch. Do not intersect or touch. And one circle will be completely inside of other circle. In the first case, two circles lies outside to each other. One circle is away from the other circle. The condition is C1, C2 is greater than R1 plus R2 in the first case. In this case, C1, C2 is less than modulus of R1 minus R2. Two circles do not intersect nor touch, and one circle completely inside of other circle. If C1, C2 equal to 0, that is the distance between the centers is 0, then the two circles coincide. If two or more circles have same center, then those circles are called concentric circles, and they are concentric circles. థ్యాంక్ యూ స్టూడెంట్స్. ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.